Okay, so welcome, everyone. Thank you for accessing today to the class related to digital storytelling. We are still admitting some students, but in the meantime, we can start. There are today is going to be a class divided in two matters, two items. The first one is going to be covering what we did not see on the last time in Canva in order to start to have, to feel at ease with the idea of editing. And something that I really want to stress out is that how, in fact, and this is for the video production, but also for the graphic design activities. If you are preferring any other kind of software program, open tool in order to do your work, this is completely fine for us. It is not that, I mean, we are showing you some tools that might be of help, but if you already have some competencies using other kind of programs, it is completely fine. At the end of the day, what it is really important is that we kind of are going to be properly ready for the hackathons. So with the results, it doesn't really matter which tool it is going to be used. So consider our presentations at this regard as, suggestions. But again, if you are working nicely with other softwares, it is completely fine. So we are going to have for the next 50 minutes we're going to finalize the induction related to Canva. And then I want to share with you some questions that are going to be useful. Sorry, I'm going to mute someone that is talking, but of course, if you want to say something, please just open up your mic. So I will present you like a structure that will be of help to start recording your videos related to your ideas, okay? Do you have any questions related to our previous class? Maybe not. Sorry, I'm going to close the door in my office. Just a second. Yes. Okay. So I guess we have no questions. But if you do, just jump in. And I'm going to mute everyone. Okay. Other students are accessing. Okay. So I will share my screen. Can you see properly my screen?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, thank you for your feedback. All right, so as you remember, we were having a look at the digital tool that we decided to propose to you in order to produce and then to proceed with your video editing activities. But again, please remember that definitely if you are feeling more comfortable with any other kind of tool, just use this tool and don't hesitate to ask about the use of this other tool that you might prefer. So I am showing you again, let's say the first page that you would jump into once you would have opened your free use account, okay? And as I was showing to you last time, you have several templates. This is why we kind of foster Canva, because there are so many different elements that are already organized, some technical setting up that are already organized. So the work, it is actually the technical part of the work, it is actually pretty much facilitated, okay? Again, do you have any questions about Canva at this point, or shall I proceed?
You can proceed.
Okay, thank you so much. So, as you may remember, we were accessing to the video editing tool from this icon. So I'm clicking on it. And so I'm saying just, like I wanted to create a video. And also please remember, these are the templates that I was mentioning before regarding the video production. You have different templates. So if you know that, for example, you want to produce a video just for Facebook, you already have the preset with the dimension in pixels, and it is the same for YouTube or TikTok, Instagram, and mobile video, okay? We are going to go through the first setting, which is, let's say the standard one, but in, let's say, how high quality in terms of dimension. So I am clicking on it. And as you might remember here, we would have our editing space. Okay. So again, you have videos and templates and styles that you can preset. You can decide color palette and so on. But of course, you can always create your own. And yeah, we can start producing a video. So, oh no, this is actually premium, so I cannot use it as an example. Okay. So I'm going to go back. In the elements part, in the elements section, in which you can see in recently used, Canva kind of remembers which were the videos that we were, using as examples. So just as a quick reminder, I can always or click on the video and then the video would just pop up on my timeline. And again, I can do the same. And if I am starting from the beginning and I'm clicking on them, as you can see, I am kind of layering different videos. This means that, for example, if you want to create a page that has different videos going on in the same set of frames, I can also do that. And it is quite intuitive, the use of the Canva template, so that I can really say easily and set up easily different contents running all in the same page. And I can, of course, work with the dimension and I can interact with them, okay? While if I want to add another set of frame, for now I am working with just 10 seconds. I need to move my bar, or I can add in here a page, okay? And then in this next page, this would, did you see me? I clicked on another example. We did use this example also last time. I can set up this new set of moving images just after the one that I was previously working on. So again, as a reminder, how to say, we were learning how to cut just bits of the video that I might want to use. So maybe again, I'm going to repeat myself. Maybe the first frames are the ones that are interesting for me. So I'm just, adjusting according to my choice by, sliding the edges of my video. Okay. And something else that I can do is that I can add transitions. Okay. What a transition is? A transition is a visual element that runs from one clip to the other clip that can be useful in order to blend one content to the other. I have to say, normally I tend not to use transition that much, but this always depends on what kind of communication you are designing in a way. So maybe, for example, when you see promo on television, transitions are pretty much there because they kind of also keep the interest of the eye locked up to the screen. But remember that in order to, to produce a nice video, it is not necessary needed to animate transition. But anyways, we can have a look. And in order to do so, I'm going to actually add a transition from this clip to this other one. Okay, did you see what I just did? Instead of clicking on the content, the recently used content that I wanted to use, I just kind of place it there. Okay, so you will understand, and I think you are already understanding how, in fact, the editing process, it is about cutting pieces and pasting pieces according to the kind of narrative and the kind of communication that you want to foster. But anyways, to go back, so I have my shot in here, and I want to transition in this other shot. Okay, so again, I am going into the section with my arrow just in between the two clips that I want to transition. And I'm going to add a transition, okay? And in here, automatically, I would have the possibility to see by just, placing my arrow on the type of transition. This would be dissolve, for example. I would see how it look. So maybe I want to dissolve from one clip to the other, or I wanted to create a movement, or I have this circle wipe, or a color wipe, line wipe, match and move. You can create a flow, you can stack, or you can chop. These are, again, like they are pretty simple and basic, but they are already preset. So let's say that I want to add one, and I'm placing the dissolve here. So can you see how now that I clicked on the dissolve type that I want, sorry, the transition type that I want to apply, in this case, it is dissolve, I have this icon that is popping up in here, okay? And that is kind of saying, yeah, you have a transition here, and the transition can last a different number of seconds. And, now I kind of did it at the extreme. So I placed like the higher number. So it's 4.3 duration for this kind of transition. And as you can see, you have the visual perception on your video line about the fact that the transition is there and it is pretty long. So it is all about testing. Maybe I decide that I really want these two images to blend to one another. Maybe also to get like a better view. Oh, no, because I clicked it like that. Okay, it's fine. Later I will show you a detail. But anyways, basically, this is like a very slow transition from one image to the other. While of course, again, if I go back to the transition menu and I will maybe decide that this is too long, I want something in between. And automatically the color would be there. By clicking play, of course, with your bar on the keyboard, or anyways, from here, you can always verify, your work. And just have any questions? Okay, maybe not. I wanted to show you something else. Did you see the difference between this page and this page? So in this page, the video is full frame. And if I double click it, of course, I can always readjust. But actually, It is more about working from here. So maybe I can rotate, I can work on the image and so on, but I cannot resize it. This means that with the kind of movement that I did, which was this one, I am including a full frame video, a full frame clip, sorry, not a full frame video, a full frame clip. While, as I did here, if I am clicking on the content or adding a page and I'm clicking on the content, then it would appear, sorry, this is a bit confusing. Let's pick another one. It would appear to me a video that can be, a clip, sorry, that can be resized. Was I able to explain myself properly? But yeah, anyways, the suggestion is, as some of you were mentioning just before the start of our class, the suggestion is to just start and make yourself at ease with all these menus that you have. And it is all about exploring. It is very, very simple. You can also, generate your own images. You can add graphics or stickers or shapes. I mean, in here you have so many different elements, yeah, that you can play around in order to create your video, okay?
Yes, I will try something so and send you the link.
Sorry, can you say it again?
Yes, I said I will try something soon and send you the link.
Oh, this is good. This is good. Thank you for that. And yeah, you can always send a link to invite people to have a look at your project, or you can work all together in one same project, okay? Just by sharing. You can add people by inviting them via email, for example, or the name, if you already know the name of the person that has already an account within Canva, okay?
Okay.
Okay, so we had like this is like very, very simple, but for what we are going to do, for now, it is a good start. And I wanted to kind of, let me see if I can add, no, I cannot. We are going to start to kind of add the audio also. And again, I have a series of audio that can be used freely, and then we are going to add them just, as an example. Did you see what I just did? So I was in Elements. I looked for audio-free contents, and once I found it, it was cocktail music, I guess. I clicked it, and automatically the audio line would appear just at the level in which my time bar was set. And as I can change and move the music, I can also do the same with the audio. So maybe I say, okay, no, that was a mistake. I really want this song to start from the beginning. So I'm just, going back, and I'm just, placing the song in here. And as I can do this is the maximum length of my song. So I know that is 47.1 seconds, okay? And as I can do with the videos with images, I can do also with the audio track, let's say. So from now on, music. Could you hear the music? Because I think I shared the screen with no audio. Could you hear the music, the sound?
Yes.
Okay, great. So that was already set for me. Great. Okay. So again, maybe I decide that I want this piece of music just for one clip. So I'm just saying, okay, this is going to last just for this clip. And then I want another one. What about wide space? I want to use another clip for another audio track for this clip. And then I am adding it, and so on and so on. So I just can grab it and then place it where I do want it. Normally, well, this is 10 seconds. And normally it is not so nice to make so many different change in music, okay? But at the same time, it really depends. So for example, for the kind of video that you will be preparing in order to get ready for the hackathon, maybe a change of sound could help, could introduce, conceptually speaking, the change of subjects that you are talking about, or a new, let's say, moment in your narrative process, okay? Or maybe if you are interviewing someone, maybe this someone is talking about one subject, one matter, and then you could have one audio track on the back. And then in order to stress out that you are changing, okay, the subject, you can also change the track. But this is something that you need to verify just by experiencing and having a look of what you like and what it really works for your project. And the other thing is that please remember always to use free of use music, so with no copywriting, so that if you wanted to post on YouTube or other channels, you might not be blocked, basically, okay? There are several free of use content, both in terms of images, still or not, and also about sound. I will suggest those so you can have a look and you can find music that you like, but also you can use your own music or record it and so on, of course. So again, as we were observing for, the video part, the visual part, as soon as I click on a track, a song, like an audio clip, then a menu would open up. And the first thing that I can do is adjusting the volume. So maybe if I have just images, I can use like an audio that has more volume. But if I want to have like a delicate layer of music behind someone that is talking to the camera, then I can, of course, place the audio at a very low proportion, okay? So just to make sure it is clear, for example, I'm starting from here, I'm pressing play, and now let's consider just the audio. Now the cut is terrible because I'm just placing there, but can you see, can you hear how the volume, it's definitely lower. And something else, it's that, again, I can arrange fadings, which are kind of audio transitions, yeah? So I can say fade, and I can work with the fade in and the fade out. Can you see on the screen what it is happening once? So now I am in the menu of the whole clip. Can you see that once I move the fade in menu, I have this very, I don't know if you can perceive it from your screens, but basically, can you see that this graphic element is kind of telling me how these two audio elements are going to be melted together. So it is kind of a transition, but it is, fade in, fade out for the audio. And of course, this process happens also for the fade out, so the very end of my track. Okay. So I go back, I play, and now I kind of place the fade in. And can you see that it's like automatically when you do fade in and fade out, as it happens for visuals, you have to, automatically the software would merge the two songs. Now it's not really appealing because these two songs are very different, but also because the volume of this one is really, really low. So maybe it's not completely perceivable. So what to do? I'm going to go back to this audio clip. Okay, so this is selected now, yeah? I am opening up the volume adjustment, and I can see that this volume is 100. Okay, so I'm going to this other part. I am opening up the menu and I'm just placing 100 here too. Okay. So now my fading activity from one to the other would be much, much more clear. It's a bit slow today. This was not really useful for us. You see, it's recharging. It is taking some time to be ready. And if this happens, don't worry, it is about your connection. And you just need to wait a bit, okay? But anyways, again, I am clicking this clip, which is the audio clip, which is the second one. I am opening up the fade section and I am stressing out the fading in here and the fading out in here. And I can do also that with my previous clip. In this case, fade out, because I'm placing in contact these two tracks. And now we are going to okay. And another suggestion is that when you start a video, like when you start a visual production, you always to the first audio clip, you place a fade in that would kind of melt, like the music wouldn't start like really intensively all of a sudden, but you would have like a melting of the video. Okay. Do you have any questions? I'm going to stop my sharing for a moment. Okay, maybe there are no questions. I mean, as you can see, it's very simple. And again, I'm going to stress how in fact you just need to start. Possibly for next time, I will share a template an already preset template in which you will have to add your content. I'm going to share my screen again. Okay, can you see my screen? Yeah, I think so. In where you would have just to add your clips. Okay, so I will prepare everything for you and you will have just to add your contents. So something that can be done, but I will write again about this, let's say, activity on our Seeds for Africa WhatsApp chat, what it could be of interest if you do decide to work with Canva. I guess it would be easier because with that you could work with the templates that I'm going to prepare for you. If you could just tell me like your emails, so I would be able to share, to invite you to work or to send you, like a project in which you could start to work with. Does this make sense for you? I will send everything, I will write everything on the chat. Basically, I will ask you to share the accounts, the emails, or the name of the accounts that are ready to enter into the Canva. And again, if you do not want to use Canva, I'm going to support you anyways. So yeah, please do not feel obliged and just follow your process. Any questions, any comments, any doubts? Just to know, how many of you tried? I have a feedback from one student, but what about the others? Did you start to opening up your accounts? Okay, maybe not. I will take definitely this as a no. Yeah, I'm going to spend like a couple of minutes again to remind you that the hackathons are coming. And if you kind of wanted to be ready for the experience, which is going to be amazing to participate again, to participate to the hackathon is going to be like a very, very nice experience. And I do understand, we do understand that it is not necessarily easy to work remotely, so just from a computer with us as teachers, but it's time to start. It is definitely time to start. And for example, with me, we have, apart from this class, are going to have 2 classes left, so it is crucial, it is paramount that you start to work in order for us to be able to support you. So I have a chat. When you start the clip, do you introduce the music or the video first, or do you play them at the same time? So thank you for the question. This is like a choice. Okay, there is no right or wrong. Okay, maybe you want to start your video with a moment of silence, and maybe you want to place a title, or maybe I'm going to show you how to place the text in a couple of minutes. But this is definitely your choice. Think about all the cinematic experience that you had, or all the clips that you like. Normally, the idea of working with videos, images moving, and music, or someone talking, or any kind of audio base, it does help, but there is no right or wrong. I mean, it really depends on how you want to talk about your project. And sometimes silence can be also very much like a meaningful, I don't know, in the music that you like, but I don't know, or in movies, if you never ever noticed that, for example, or in a concert, if you are in the middle of a concert and then all of a sudden you have like 5 seconds of break, this silence becomes very, very full of meaning. Okay. Okay, I'm seeing the questions that are popping up. So great. I will get there soon. But yeah, it is about choosing, and if you like, if you are not feeling secure with what you are thinking, just always verify. So you just try it on, and you will see what you like best and what it works best in terms of results. So the video should last like from 50 seconds to 1 minute, but of course if you have more time and material, you can work on that. But after the break, I will definitely speak about this aspect on a more detailed way. And then we have another question. We make our own videos and then upload depending on what project done, or we can have online videos. I don't understand the question, but let me see if I manage to answer anyways. So basically, the idea is that, starting from the idea of your project, you work at a video, and you can make your own video, okay? And then you can share it during the hackathon as you wish in order for the video to be included on your website's page, okay? What do you mean by online videos? This is not completely clear for me in terms of question. Okay, great. So I answered, okay? Yeah, okay. This is good. Any other questions? Okay, I'm having a look at the chat. Could you give an overview how the presentation would look like? The presentation, you mean the video? Like for the hackathon, okay. So in terms of digital storytelling production, it is your choice how to produce the video and what kind of contents are going to be included. In the second part of our class after the break, I will give you some guidance in order for you to start to work. And it is definitely important that you do start to work. I'm going to ask you just to produce video with your phones, for example. Of course, if you have any other kind of equipment and you are going to be able to transfer, the content, let's say, from the camera to a computer, it is completely fine for us. You have to understand that this is a process that depends on your decisions and your production. So there is no right or wrong, okay? This is really important because, I mean, in a way you are free to decide, and sometimes to be free, it can be a bit confusing because you don't really know where to start. And because of this, I will give you like an input, maybe like, a track, a step list of type of shooting to do in order for you to have material ready to be included in your video editing software.
Yeah, can I have one question, please?
Of course, of course.
Yeah, my worry is that, yeah, let's say first, if you select Canva, it's because maybe it's friendly, you can use it easily.
Yeah.
Yeah, but my worry is that you can access only the trial version, which is for 1 month. If you start using it right now, and then within 1 month, our account is deleted or it expires.
No. For example, me personally, I don't have an upgraded version of Canva. I have just a free of use. And it's not that after 1 month I have to pay or I have to, I would lose all my material, yeah?
Okay.
I mean, everything stays there. And yeah, I'm definitely using the free account. Okay, so you're... Yeah.
And it's possible for you to continue using your account after the trial period?
Yeah, there is no trial. There is just, like, you just open up your projects, you have your account, and then you work on it. It's not that everything is going to be lost. I have to be honest, we have been discussing a lot on what software to use. And I kind of did decide to go for Canva for 3 main reasons. The first one is that I knew that Andrea was already working with you in Canva. So I said, okay, he's already doing this. Let's just use one tool that could do everything. The second one is that Canva is at this moment the tool that...
Best.
No, it's not necessarily
the
the
best.
best. I have to say it is not the best, but it's it's the most used for now. It's the contemporary tool that helps anyone, even the ones that do not have graphic competence or video editing competence, or, you know, like drawing competencies and so on. So it's very democratic tool because you can do you can obtain very nice results with a very low stress. And of course, I mean, I used to be a professional, but that was like so many ages ago, I have to say, a professional video editor. And I wouldn't use such a program because I would use the professional one. This is not a professional dimension, but it is a dimension that can allow anyone to produce a very nice result with a lot of help. If you do understand what I mean.
Okay.
And
yeah, that's why I was telling that it's friendly. Yeah.
Yeah, it is definitely friendly, but if you would open up any other kind of editing tool, you would always find yourself in this position. So you have like visual line, you have audio line, and you have the possibility to cut and paste all the pieces and the bits, and then play around with them together. Okay, so really, again, I mean, there are some Microsoft tools that you can use. Any kind of tool, it is completely fine. Completely, it is not that it has to be Canva. Honestly, it's completely your choice. Yeah. Do you have any other questions? And of course, at this regard, because I mean, now we have like a small amount of time.
It's okay.
Okay, great. We have.
Yeah.
Am I sharing my screen now? No. Because we have like a very small amount of time. Also, if you do decide to go another way, so just, you know, another type of tool, you can just write to me via chat. I know that someone has been writing to me and I did not answer, but because the answer was, you know, kind of already there in the other chat or during our classes. But from now on, I will definitely be more present in chat in terms of direct conversation, so that if you need support specifically for your project and specifically outside of the use of Canva, just please just write to me and I will be there. Okay, definitely will be there. Do you have any other questions?
For me, it's okay.
Thank you so much. Okay. All right. So, okay. I can see that someone is already writing on the chat. It is a good idea to, let's say, write privately, not on the common chat, so that we would not, let's say, bother all the other students. But if I do realize that some information would be useful for everyone, I will transfer them, you know, on the common chat. Before the break, I'm going to show you just another element. You know, did you see me? I just, by pressing the plus here, I added a page that for now I'm going to place here at the very beginning of my video. So I decided, oh, I forgot the title, or I want to place some titles here and there. Anyways, I prepared myself with an empty card, an empty page. And I'm going into the text section, sorry. And again, you have so many different type of text that you can use with nice fonts, okay? And again, you do not have to be a professional graphic designer to have maybe the access to nice solutions, but let's say that I want to add a heading, so I would just click on it. And again, it is very simple. As it worked for a video clip, it works also for a text. So I clicked in add a heading, and I can do also a subheading, which means that it's basically smaller. And then you can see that I start to have elements that can be changed. I can write. Okay. I can change the color. And I can play around, okay? I can change the type of font. Maybe you already saw that with Andrea, so I don't want to be boring. You can animate. And again, just by clicking, and it is, you know, actually, let's proceed by order. I don't want to get too fast. So for example, I have my text. So from here, as soon as I open up, as it was before for the videos, I open, like I sensibilize, I sensitize this element, I would have a menu here, okay? So I can change the font. I can change the size. I can change the color. In this particular case, I cannot make it bold or italics, but I can underline, for example. And then you can strike, you can uppercase, you can decide your alignment. And this is, you know, like any kind of word text, okay? You can produce lists. And again, you can work on transparency. And again, it's very simple. It can be like, you play around with things. And again, you do not have to be an expert. You just need to produce something that you do like, okay? And by this means, just try and have fun. And from what I can understand, you have very nice teams behind these computers. So just play around with that. And you have a lot of richness in your culture, also in terms of visual production and music. So please use what's about your heritage, the colors that you like, the palette of colors that you like. I mean, just, you know, put yourself into the project, and that's a good way to have fun and to feel more engaged with what you are doing and producing. Again, just play around. You can verify effects, okay? And once, for example, you decide, okay, I want to have this lift effect, now I can maximize or minimize. Now, the color that I have in here, it's not really interesting for seeing the effects. Yeah, not even this one. Let's go for red. Okay, so this is not red anymore. Why? Because I was working with transparency. Okay, so now it's better. Can you see this very not nice effect that I just picked? But it was from here, yeah. Okay, you can do neon, you can do echo, you can do hollow, you can do all kind of things. Okay, and again, I'm deciding to use this effect. And again, I can kind of stress it out or in. So of course, 0, there is no effect. And if I push, I can see the results, okay? But just try, okay? I can curve, I can do so many different things, okay? And the same idea that we were discussing about transitions work exactly for the same for effects, animations, sorry. So once you would just place your arrow on the type of animation that you are having a look at, you would see the results. So that would be easier for you, just, you know, just to have a glimpse. If it doesn't work, it means that the font that you used, it's not really allowing that specific animation, okay? Okay, it would merge from one side to the other. or with, you know, and then the description is very visual about the effect and how it would look. Or the burst, the bounce, the roll, and so on, okay? And again, once I would click on a specific effect, again, I would be able to change, but not in here, to change some elements. There are some change that can be done just if you have like a premium account. But again, in this case, in our case, normally speaking, if you go for simple text, it's completely fine and often more elegant, okay? Unless you do not want, I mean, to have like a super pop effect. And again, did you see here? I'm going to erase so my Canva would not get too messy, but I double click in this font combination, okay? So these are two different fonts, okay? And with two different colors, but I don't want to say growth targets for my project. I want to say hello and ciao. Okay, so I would be able to customize. This is why Canva it's kind of nice, because I already have presets that are nice. And once I would, sorry, I would pick this, I like best. Once I would pick, you know, the preset, I'm always able to customize it. So maybe, okay, I can say that this is yellow, sorry, this is orange, and so on and so on, okay? So there is a nice degree of customization, even if we are talking about, no, this is not really working, but do you see my point? If we are talking about pre-existing templates, yeah? Do you have any questions? Let me open up the chat. Okay. We make, how long should it last? We make our own videos and then upload depending on what project done, or we can have online videos. You have said what expected. Could you give a review of how the presentation would like for hackathon? Please your share list through email to help in video shooting, of course. During hackathon, what are we going to represent? Is it photos or videos? From Don Bosco. It is, again, it is up to you, meaning that, as we said before, for the hackathons, what you will have to be ready before the hackathon would be the structure of a web page that you are working with Cristiano, a visual identity set of images, meaning the logo, the palette, other illustrations that you might want to use, and other graphic elements. And in terms of digital storytelling, you would have to have a video, okay? The video itself can contain still frames, okay? So if you, for example, the material that you already have at your disposal regarding your project are a series of beautiful pictures, like photographs, like still images, you can definitely use them. It is not that it is mandatory to have moving images. Maybe, you know, for a video, it is nice to have also some shots with your video cameras, I mean, but you can use any kind of material that there is at your disposal. Do you see my point? It's not mandatory to have like a sliding set of still images or to have moving videos, okay? It is about you, what can you produce, and so you, according to what it is very easy for you to produce, then you produce your video accordingly. Do you see my point? It's not that you have to place yourself in a completely impossible project to do. You have to be very focused and understanding what is your potential? Are you going to work with phones? Are you going to work with cameras, video cameras? Are you going to work with just pictures or drawings? Okay, you can place any kind of visual content and also sound, of course. And you start from what you can do, and then you produce accordingly. Does it make sense? Can you add a text to a video? Yes, this is what I just showed you. You mean on top of it, on top of the video? So meaning I am here. I can always, I am here, okay? So this is my video. I add a text box, sorry. Here you go. Hello, hello. Now it's very small, but maybe I can decide that I want it here. Yeah, but it's white. I cannot really see that. And it's very, very small. So again, once I am going to click on my text, I can change dimension. Also from here. Okay. Color. So as you can see, I mean, the process, it is always the same process. So I am just selecting and customizing. Okay. Oops. Okay. And again, can you see what's happened in here? Now I have another layer. I have the layer of music, of sound. I have the layer of visuals, and I have the layer, once I click on it, I have the layer of text. And if I decide that this hello, hello has to stay long, I should be able, but not today, to, let me see, why not? This is strange. Okay, I have a maximum. Yeah, so I can make it smaller, but I cannot go on top of another clip. But I can always have another one. So I can copy. Sorry, I'm doing it today. Canva is a bit slow, yeah? I'm copying and paste, and it's the same, okay? Can you see? I'm going to stop my sharing. Do you have any other questions? Maybe not for now, because on the chat I do not see. So we are going to be back in 10 minutes, okay? During the hackathon will be limited time until one finish the presentation. No, the time will, yeah, definitely the time will be limited. You just, about that, let's stay a bit focused on the digital production now, because otherwise I will always speak about the event and I would not have enough time to transfer to you the competencies, the basic competencies in order to produce the video. But the answer would be yes, you have like a limited amount of time, and this is why, having a limited amount of time, we decided that you could have like a web page with your graphic design in it and with your video. So you would have like a strong base in order for you to present your project. Okay. Anyways, we are going to have 10 minutes break. Okay. And then we will start again. And of course, I really want to show you the document that I prepared in order for you to have some support, in order for you to produce videos that will have to be, please, uploaded on a folder that I will show you on the drive. so that it would be easy for us, for me in this case, to to support you with the editing. Okay. So I see you in 10 minutes, right?
Okay, see you.
Okay. Okay, we are ready to start. Are you there? Hello, hello.
Yes, we are there.
Yes, we are there.
Yeah, we can hear.
Thank you. So I'm going to share again my screen and just wanted to show you another thing, which is something that I did not yet. So for now, we have been using contents, whether it be videos or audios, or in this case, text, that are already inside the Canva software, okay? But of course, and this is, what you will do, there is the possibility to upload a content, okay? So I would click on the upload section and then upload files. And then can you see that I am going into my desktop and that I am uploading the intro of our project, for example. And of course, you will be shared with the material, yeah? I will share the intro and the outro. Your project managers, your teachers should already have these, but I will place these contents also into the drive for you to use them. Or if you are going to use Canva as a tool, you will find the intro and the outro ready into your project, okay? So I have my intro in here. My bar is here. I click and sorry. I have my intro that is here. That should be used full frame. Okay. Have you ever seen this? I guess this is the first time, yeah? So I will show you. So this is going to be the actual beginning of your video. These are all examples that I can also erase for now. So this is how your video is going to start. You will start by placing your intro. Sorry. Now it's and it's used twice. I will have a look on that, but this is it. Then you will have your video, okay? And then you will have also to place the outro. So again, upload files. You would select this file that would upload. Just a second, it is taking some time. Basically for that, every kind of content that you are going to be producing needs to have all these logos, this disclaimer, and so on and so on. So this is why usually we produce, when we have projects that relate with video production, we always produce intro and outro so that participants, in this case, you do not have to think about this aspect, but as you can see, you have all your schools and the partners and everyone that was involved within the project. the most important, you have the co-funded by the European Union logo and its respective disclaimer. Okay, so this has it